Good evening, ballers. Welcome to the 35th episode of the Stepback. Your host, Leon Tompkins, my main man, Jacob Moses, and joining us this evening, fellow Life Group member, champion, Raymond Royero. How you doing, bro?
Oh, I'm fresh off a championship, so I'm mighty fine. I'm mighty fine. How about yourselves, gentlemen? How y'all doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Taking L's this season. Well, we got the L's. We got the W's in the draft. Looking good right now. We're not up to y'all point, but Knicks will get there in like 20 years before I'm old and decrepit. But
Well, 19 now because the draft just ended.
yeah, that's true. There you go. But all I can do is hope, man. That's all I can do is hope.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling good over here. Close to Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I want to start out the show by wishing Jacob happy birthday. His birthday was
Thank you.
Monday.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Big part of what we do, big part of the group, and I just wanted to let you know how greatly you're appreciated, and just keep on doing your thing, brother.
Thank you. We'll do. I don't like this getting old shit though. That shit's trash.
I don't think anybody does.
Last week we ended off. We had a draft party. It went really well. Knicks ended up with a lot of players. They actually looked like a competent team.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago kind of threw everybody for a loop. We cut off our recording after 10 picks, but we kept going on all night. Were there any picks in the second round that you guys felt like might hit the mark at some point?
We'll let you start off.
Should I take it?
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
I would say, hold on, I got my list. I at least did that. Trying to sleep all day. Give me 1 second. My bad. This was.
I got you, dog.
Bear with me.
My sleeper. Just because, everything happened with Clay, and this is kind of the obvious choice, but we really have to go number 48 on the second round with Nico Mannion. We really have to. He's going to probably get time now. He's going to get time to really show there are pieces there in Golden State. Now, I'm not going to say right now that Golden State is going to take the West. No, of course not. Look what jersey I'm wearing. Let's be real. But I really think this kid can come in. He could play. Does he need to work on his game? Yeah, he has a lot he needs to work on his game. But we're just talking about opportunities. And if Golden State is ever a team that gave people opportunities to kind of move without the ball and get open for a shot and find you, it's Golden State. We got Steph Curry coming back. Steph's gonna ball out this year, and with Nico Mannion helping that bench, I really think he will kind of be like a sleeper in that second round that people kind of slept on and let him kind of drag on. And the Warriors are like, you know what, we're gonna pick him up, and they had to kind of in a way. They really had to. What do you really think of that?
Yeah, that Clay injury really set them back a bit. But you look at the second round pick they had last year in Eric Pascal, and he took off when Curry and Clay went down. So, and Nico, he was highly regarded early on, fell late. So he has all the tools, give him the time, and like you say, he could take off with it if he's given the minutes.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with the Hornets actually, because they went and picked Vernon Carey, and that kid can be a big time player. I'm shocked they actually got him. It's two of them. I got to go half and half because it was him, because his high upside, and the Hornets. I think they won the draft. I'm not going to be a homer and say, the Knicks won. No, I think the Hornets did pretty well, except for that Gordon Hayward thing. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but we'll take that. But also Tyrell Terry for the Mavericks, because they actually needed shooting, and with how good Luka is, facilitating for his team, coming off those picks, and Tyrell Terry, that's a gunner. As I call it, if he can shoot, you're a gunner, but he's going to be big, and I really like that kid.
think you're right about that with mixing that. I think you're right about that. I
Mm-hmm.
would say that's a really smart pick for that. He can shoot the rock. That's for
Mm-hmm.
sure. That's for sure.
I like Cassius Stanley with the Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was over in Kentucky, right? Yeah, and
Michigan State.
Michigan. And I'm
You
thinking of
said
Cassius Winston. I'm thinking
well,
of Cassius
who's it?
Winston.
You said Stanley?
Cassius, yeah.
Stanley's from Duke.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, he's from Duke. Yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
and Theo Meledon from
Mm-hmm.
on the Thunder. So Thunder just racking up the picks, racking them up, and they're taking solid players
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
throughout. So the second round really gets some gems, and I think those guys are really going to help out those teams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad you brought that up because when you think about it, regardless of who these guys pick, the Thunder, they're gonna get compensation from it regardless. Because even if they do some signing trades, all right, you draft this guy for me and we'll give you this. They're still winning with all those draft picks, man.
Yes,
They're
they are.
be careful with this team in a few years. You were talking about the Knicks in 20 years. These guys, maybe in 5 years,
Oh yeah.
might be tough. They
Mm-hmm.
might be real tough.
Well, with 17 picks, I mean, if you get what
Yeah.
12 of them right, you've
You're
done
set.
well.
Oh my God, for real, hands down. At
Mm-hmm.
12, you bust down on five.
Hmm.
That's numbers that I would bet on.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, that's it was a lot of gems, like you said, Leon, and yeah, Isaiah Joe, going to 76ers. Like I like Nico Manning. I thought the Knicks would, take a flyer on him in the second round, but hey, the Warriors are a perfect fit. You
Hmm.
know, Jameis
Hmm.
Ramsey, Leon, you spoke about him. I mean, him going to the Kings, even though they lost, Bogdan, this could be another he can fill in for him and fill up the stat sheet. And Tyler Bay, that's that's a dude that I really like, and just he went to the Mavericks, and I think that's a perfect spot for him because they need some toughness, and because KP is Cottonelle soft.
He's coming back in January, so you
I,
don't need to worry about that.
I,
He's gonna come back and wreck the league.
well, that's fine. I mean, just while they're losing, because we got their first round pick, so another two coming up next year.
You do.
I'm taking that all day.
Thank you. That's pretty much a thank you.
That's what I'm saying. He keeps getting hurt too. Have fun, Dallas.
Right, you're obviously have the Laker gear on. Free agency started on Friday. You're a Laker, you're a Dodger fan as well.
100%. Lifelong, both of them.
Yeah,
Geez, so you just
chips everywhere.
living.
Hold on. I gotta just say, everybody here that's listened to this chat, you know that I've listened to all of the flack that I've taken about the Dodgers not coming through, but we'll save that for another day because it's a basketball show.
Let them know.
No, hit him with the goods.
Secondly,
Hit him with it. No.
I'm not gonna say nothing. This was honestly for Kobe Bryant. I felt like, I mean, you come off of the heels of listening to something like that, and when I heard it, I was literally here in my house, and I heard that, and I swear to God, I didn't believe it.
Mhm.
I didn't believe it till I saw a flooding of messages of every news outlet ever to come out with it. I couldn't believe it, and then COVID hitting the Lakers. Everybody who says that this season is washed out, let me tell you, you should really watch basketball. Watch all
Mhm.
those games. Don't watch one game. Don't watch your team game. Watch all of the games. See how hard it is to do this every day. Okay. I want to jump a little bit of the ship. Paul George mentioned this about how it kind of messed with his mind. I felt that it was harder because of that. You don't get to see
Mhm.
your family. You don't do your normal daily thing. What do you guys do every day in daily life? Hey, how's everybody's morning going? Everybody has a routine. And when you kick that routine out the door and you have a completely new one in the middle of a season, I'm sorry. To me, it was the hardest. It was I couldn't believe that we won it because I didn't think we were gonna win it.
Mhm.
We had so many pieces that we have to put together, but for this team to gel so quickly, they had such good chemistry, so quick out the gate. It was fascinating how quick they came out the gate. But where I really thought we weren't gonna win it was how we came out in the bubble. We looked we looked really lackadaisical in the bubble. We looked
Mhm.
really bad in the bubble. And for us to pick it up in the playoffs just shows two things. One, LeBron's just that great. And two, the Lakers really learned how to play with LeBron. Because it's one thing to have LeBron on your team, it's another thing to be able to play with him. Because what does LeBron do? He jumps around, facilitates, but hey, you might get that rock wide open. As you can see, Danny Green, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But I'm really happy that the Lakers did this, man. I'm really ecstatic that we did it, but as Kobe said, I don't think the job's finished right now. You put pieces together, you re-signed a lot of dudes, you let a lot of dudes go that we really needed, but we retooled and kind of diversified our lineup that now we're really flexible. And I can't wait to get in the middle of this show where we really get and talk about the Lakers because I have so much to talk about. I feel like they've gotten so much better than they did last year. I mean, we lost a lot last year. Losing Rondo was huge to me.
Yeah.
You got you got a guy who does everything for you.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel like the Lakers are retooled and ready to go for second round, boys. What do you feel about this?
I agree with them, and I said, I'm not even gonna lie, I was rooting for the Lakers. That whole win for Kobe thing, it was, and plus, I'm, I love LeBron, love his game. I wanted to see him carry the team, get another ring, solidify his legacy. But it's just how guys stepped up, like KCP, and playoff Rondo hitting threes. I had never seen him hit that many threes in my like after seeing his whole career. He balled out. Danny Green, anyway.
Let
Caruso.
me just jump in.
Yeah,
He
go ahead.
went. Rondo went 20 for 50 from the 3 point line
Yep.
in the playoffs.
That
I'll take that.
we gotta take it. And then Caruso, I mean, and it's they just did it, man. And AD, you can't say enough about AD, man. That
There
kid,
ain't enough. There ain't
yeah,
enough adjectives to describe
nah.
this guy.
But the team, like I said, like you said, they retooled. We'll go over it. The Marc Gasols of the world, the Harrells of the world. They really,
Mm.
I think they beefed it up. If anything, they might have
Oh
got
yeah.
better. And it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait till the season to start, man.
Oh
It's
my
gonna
God.
get live.
Oh, and not just the Lakers. Many teams
Oh
retooled
yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Many teams retooled here. This is going to
Hawks.
be a real fun season,
Oh yeah. Hawks.
barring
Hornets.
COVID.
Yeah,
God
yeah,
forbid
of course.
something happens.
Hopefully not. But yeah, like the Hawks, the Hornets, the Knicks, freaking Nets, they ready to roll now finally.
Mm.
Um, Golden State, it sucks because I really wanted to see Clay back and see that whole team come around with James Wiseman and come together, but they have another setback, excuse me, and the Clippers. Let's see what they're gonna do. Can they come back with? Let's see if Paul George can shed that pandemic P label and actually get along with Kawhi and come together and see what they can do. So it's a lot of stories in the league that it's going to be fun to watch this year. And once again, I can't wait. Can't wait for Scott voice.
Can't wait. For sure. For sure. Cannot
Yeah,
wait.
I love what the Lakers did in the playoffs in the bubble because what happened is they turned on the switch once they said, well, Dame Lillard, he's going to go off and upset him.
Oh
AD and
yeah.
LeBron said, no, no, no. And
We're gonna-
their defense was awful. KCP turned on his game. Kyle Kuzma looked the same as he did before the bubble. He was even worse after. Uh,
I'll get to
uh,
him.
Dwight Howard gave you some productive minutes. Getting in people's heads, grabbing rebounds, gave you some shades of Orlando Dwight. But Frank Vogel really was underrated in the entire process. He got mislabeled as a coach who's like, well, what is he about? Is he really this good? Is this really LeBron? Frank Vogel got his due to a certain degree. Jason Kidd got his due.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you take this roster, and it is not a good roster. How the Clippers had a better roster,
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
and the Heat were, they were down a few players, but AD, you can make the argument, we've been trying to say before, that AD is possibly the best teammate LeBron ever played with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And it when you say that, I don't want people to think this that you're trying to knock D Wade or Chris
Mm-hmm.
Bosh and he's even played with Derrick Rose, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Yeah.
not enough can be said to be able to play. Like I said earlier, it's one thing to have LeBron on your team. It's another thing to be able to play with this man.
Mm-hmm.
AD to me could have won the MVP. You could have given him the MVP, and nobody would have been like, "Nah, that shouldn't happen."
Nah.
Nah, that was LeBron. Bro, this man did work in the playoffs. I'll open my sheet up and I'll tell you the numbers, but right now let's just go on straight talking about it. I feel that this is his time to take control of this team, and LeBron, I think, with this championship is gonna be like, go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
do your thing. Because honestly, with this championship, you literally can't say anything about LeBron. 3 different teams, 3 different championships. Nobody did that. You really can't say nothing. 6 losses. All right, that does suck. 2011 Mavericks. Okay, that did really suck.
Uh-huh.
But 3 different teams.
That's crazy,
Forget
man.
about it. You're right about that, Leon. AD is the man to me. AD is the man to me. And it's funny, to my girlfriend, that's her favorite player. She never watched basketball, but she saw AD playing. She said, "I like that guy." Just like that. Just like that. I do want to jump in and talk about Frank Vogel because I've been on this guy's back. I've been riding with him. I said this guy needs to get a chance. This guy is an underrated coach. And to be able to get 2 different top level stars and have them play together, and not just top level stars, we're talking about transcending this generational talent, guys,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
playing together and doing in their first year a championship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna admit right here, right now, with Rob Pelinka, I gave him no hope. I gave him no confidence. I shitted on this guy. I don't know if I cursed, but I hated this guy. I was like, what are we doing? A guy with no experience, yada, yada, yada. Just because he's an agent, he thinks he could do it here. You know how the whole mumbo jumbo goes, you know? So I am one of those people who had to eat my words, and I do it live, that I was wrong about this man. This man made moves that we probably didn't see work, and he probably saw these things work.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably should have gave him probably his dues when Kobe came out and said and gave him, you know, the okay, like this is the guy who's going to be right for the job. Kobe had to come out and say this for people to kind of calm down on Twitter and all that because they were jumping on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Rob Pelinka, Leon? What he's done with this?
I think he took a lot of heat with how the whole Magic situation went down. When Magic comes in, he left, blamed Pelinka as trying to
Called him a
take his job.
backstabber.
Yeah, to backstabber, got Jeannie Buss involved. So I think he took a lot of heat from that. But I mean, I gotta give him credit. You put together a roster, you bring over LeBron, make a hell of a trade for AD. You gave up Ingram, who in his own right got a max deal. We'll get into that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna talk about that.
He makes some shrewd moves for Kuzma. I mean, to put together a championship roster is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm-hmm.
In the shorter time he had too.
Exactly.
This is not like Mitch Kupchak, who had all the time in the world. I'll talk about that. But I have another young unsung hero, Jeannie Buss. But
Yes.
I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I just felt like I'm just going to talk about it now. I just felt like Jeannie Buss did well because she had the handcuffs taken off of her. Because she had a promise made to her father, you know. She promised him, hey, I'm going to keep the family together. I got Jim, I got Mitch, and we're going to do the damn thing together. Come on. Sasha Vujacic, all these guys,
Man.
I'm not even going to get to that old roster right now because you take up all your time with that. But she took the handcuffs off. She put Pelinka in position. She took out Magic. You know how hard that must have been for her to tell Magic, you know, you got to see the door, my friend. You know, they are the best of friends. They've been together for longer than probably all of us have been alive. You know, it says a lot for her to actually have the reins, and look what she did. She hired the people she felt that was the right people. Look at the result, a
Mhm.
championship in less than what, 2.5 years, 3 years.
Yep.
Impressive to me. Impressive to me.
Yeah, with a storied franchise, the first female professional owner to win a championship. So, I mean, credit to her. You know, and now she has the ring on her finger that, trophy can't take that from her. So, congrats to her. Congrats to the Lakers. You guys are doing big things. Uh, get into free agency because a lot of these teams did a lot of things. We're gonna go over some names, see what you guys think about these acquisitions and what the team's gonna do here.
Hmm.
One of the top guys, Fred VanVleet, um, goes back to Toronto, 4 for 85. He betted on himself, and hell, he got paid. Power to him.
Hmm.
Undrafted too,
Yep.
Undrafted. Uh,
by
Another.
himself.
Another small school star.
Say it louder.
Another small school star from the McCullums to the Lillards to the Van Fleet. Yeah, see, do your scouting, and you never know what can happen. But yeah, he deserved that. It was pretty much expected that he was going back. A lot of people, oh, we get Van Fleet. No, you're not getting him. He's going back. No, I can't see it. It's not happening. But it's well deserved on his part. They keep that going with him and Lowry. Siakam. They lose Marc Gasol. Let's see what they do. I thought they should have went after Whiteside to kind of get him another body, but then they get like Lynn or something like that. Alex Lynn.
Alex Lynn. Yeah.
I
Flynn,
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
they got
yeah,
Flynn.
that'll be nice. Have a big body there, but he deserved it. He like you said, Ray. He bet on himself, and he wasn't given a discount. He said it. Hey, I'm cashing out, and that's what happens when you deserve your money. You get it.
Man said that live too
Yep.
for everybody to hear. Hey, Toronto, you listening out there? No, they listened.
Hmm.
They listened. And Fred Van Fleet, he has an underrated handle because this guy's not gonna blow past you. This is
Nope.
not a guy who's gonna go to the. He's not Russell Westbrook. This guy has handles. He can handle the rock really well.
Hmm.
Well deserved for him. I mean, my opinion, well deserved.
Hmm.
He got you a championship. What else
Exactly.
Yeah.
do you want?
That pays for itself right there.
Thank
Easy.
you.
Another guy who cashed out, Gordon Hayward, 4 for 120 in the Charlotte. Uh, Ray, what you got on Gordon Hayward cashing out?
Cha-ching. Let me tell you something. I'm happy he did this. I know this throws it to the Celtics, but I'm really happy he did this. You think about this guy before he went to Boston. This was a cat everybody sought after. Everybody
Hmm.
wanted this cat. And guess where he went? He went to Boston because he liked Boston. He felt like this was a place he could grow.
Hmm.
Wow. Then Boston started doing moves while getting him. They got Jalen Brown. They got Jason Tatum. Now you got this three-headed monster. Now you got Marcus Smart. Now you got all these great players, but there's only one basketball.
Hmm.
He left because he was not going to get that same opportunity to showcase his skills and become that player in Utah that I think he could still be.
Hmm.
You got Ball, who just got drafted. I mean, you just got paid. Did you get overpaid? I mean, can I really say, is it my money? But I think he got overpaid a little bit. But it's Mitch Kupchak smoke. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. He did this for us. He did this for us. We took on
Whoa,
Luol
dang.
Deng's contract. I mean, I can get to so many contracts this guy took on that was just not smart. But for Gordon Hayward, I feel like he got his money. He got his money. And in this league where you're thrown around like a sack of potatoes, get your money, kid.
Hmm.
Get your money.
It's all about health. He stays healthy these 4 years. It's worth it. And that's the number one thing. If he stays healthy, and I'm gonna throw it out there, the Hornets could be a playoff team without a doubt. It's and plus they're in the East, so you know how that goes.
Easy money.
Exactly.
That's why Leon. That's why Leon's so confident he's gonna win over
Yeah,
there.
he should be too. I would be
Look
too.
at him smiling. He's like,
I would be
got
too.
KD, I got Kyrie.
Kyrie.
I might get hard and shit. We gonna take you, LA.
I mean, I got all the chips, all of them, just dealing them out. Like, as far as Hayward goes, I mean, so there was a lot of talk with Indiana, the trade for Miles Turner, Oladipo possibly going back to Boston. That didn't pan out. There was some deal where I guess Boston got greedy, asked for too much, and Gordon said, you know what, I'm taking the money and going to Charlotte. Now, you could say he's overpaid. Charlotte is a team that has to overpay for him.
Yeah.
Look at this young roster. You look at Devontae Graham. You look at LaMelo Ball. You got Terry Rozier there. But, you know, I think they can make a deal for him and get some front court help. But Gordon Hayward is a player, a veteran who can gel this roster together. So I'm going to throw in a baseball reference here. My team, the Nationals, Jason Worth deal. People say he got overpaid, which he did, but he brought a winning culture to the Nationals team, which paid for itself, and what I think would happen in Charlotte. Guide LaMelo along and get some incremental success. So, and he is the third person to get three $30 million a year deals.
In history.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
This cat got it.
Now,
it's crazy. Out of all the players in history, he's the one that got that.
You're going Iversons, Jordans, Ewing. I mean, you're like,
don't say Scotty. He's gonna get mad.
You're right. You're right.
All these rookie extensions, you know he's in the corner like,
what? Excuse me?
I hate these kids.
and I took that personally.
I'm sorry. Let's get back on track.
That was good.
No, it's a shame. I wonder if we're gonna see that MJ LeVar Ball.
Oh God.
LeVar Ball said it ain't gonna happen.
I'll pay for it.
I would. That shit would be worth it.
Let's speak it into existence, like he says.
Nah, we're already paying for Tyson Roy Jones on Saturday. We don't see any more 50-year-old dudes up here. Nah.
You paying for that?
Nah, that's...
Me no. Me no.
Hey, I got you. I'll send you a link after the game. After this. I got you, dog. I got you. I got both of you. Don't trip.
My man.
On the Snake Edition, you know me slithering around, boy.
Whew. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Speaking of snakes,
every free agency seems to come out to have a snake. Montrezl Harrell.
Shit.
You go from the Clippers, you down 3-1. The Hornets threw money at him. Hornets threw plenty of money at him.
Paper.
Of all the teams to go to, you take a discount to go across town. That's a big pickup for the Lakers. Among other pickups, I think he was the biggest pickup for the Lakers. Solidify that bench, sixth man of the year. I mean, what's your thoughts on Harold pulling the Snake KD move?
I'm gonna let Jake start on that. I'm gonna get after.
I mean, hey, it's KD. You know how that went. You got to win. A lot of players, they don't want to be that guy to not win a ring. So I can't hate him for that. And plus, I'm not a Laker fan, Clipper fan. So, hey, I just think it's great. I love it. I love the drama because when they play each other, it's going down. But, hey, he took a lesser deal. They just won a chip. You obviously see, the team they have there, the camaraderie. He wants to be a part of that. And the Clippers, they're still a good franchise, but they're being seen as a joke right now because how dysfunctional they were. So you cannot blame him for not going back. I can't blame the guy. He's just like, oh, LeBron there. Who I'm going to play with? Oh, I got LeBron, AD, but I'm going to go with Kawhi playoff. Scratch that. Pandemic P. Oh, who? No, even Rondo didn't want to go there. He chose the Hawks. Come on, man. No, it was.
Well, the thing with Rondo, I'll jump on Rondo later. Well, let me just. His name is not Pandemic P. Okay, it's Backboard P. Let me just fix that up for everybody listening. It's not Pandemic P. It's Backboard P. Man couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat in the playoffs. But thank you for that, Paul George. We appreciate you. Seriously, we appreciate you. But with Montrezl Harrell, I don't think he was the biggest pickup. I think that was Marc Gasol, but I have so many good graces to talk about that. What Marc Gasol is going to do for us. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to do for us, Marc Gasol, more than Dwight and JaVale combined, because what he brings is a different offensive threat. But with Harrell, I have so many bits here because I follow so many Laker outlets, and I follow Montrezl Harrell too. I had followed him before, and he said straight out, I'm finding it here. They had a chance to pay me, but they didn't. Mm-hmm. But that's where I'm surprised because, like you said, another team threw paper at this guy. Mm-hmm. And he just chose to not want to do it for the reason you just said. He wants a ring. Yep. He just saw what the Lakers did. The Lakers run an offense that do high screen and rolls, pin downs, and this guy is bred for this type of offense, especially for a LeBron James team. You're going to give LeBron James a guy who's going to give you a high screen and roll, come down. There is nobody better who can read an alley-oop or an inlet pass, a bounce pass in the lane. LeBron James is the best at that. Mm-hmm. You're going to give this guy, that's why he went to LA. He's like, you know what? Okay, I'm just going to go get a ring real quick. Simple as that. He took that pay cut. Let me ask you, Jake and Leon, if you were in Montrezl Harrell's position, which of the two evils would you have picked?
I'm getting a ring. I'm getting a ring. That's what it's about. I could get my bag later. Hey, if I perform there, you got one more contract. This is not his last contract that he's going to get.
I'm going to jump off that. How many contracts has LeBron James given to these whack trash players who we never hear about again?
Yeah, a lot. We see plenty.
I'm trying to think of one, but I forgot.
Pavlovic, remember Sasha? Pavlovic, whatever his name was. He got him a deal. Yeah, he got him a deal. What's his name? What's that dude that's always around him? The shooter, Damon Jones, whatever.
Jones.
Oh,
Damon
Jones. Right.
He was in Miami. Yeah.
He was like, come on down.
Mike Miller.
Corver too.
Mikey Miller. I mean.
So, yeah, you got a point. I mean, the Lakers made a lot of moves. You say Gasol was the best pickup. Me and my man Henry in the comments, I think he is done. He looked old. He looked washed up last year. But yeah, I will say he does provide something that Dwight and McGee won't. I forgot he was on the team. So
they traded him, remember?
Yeah, they traded him.
They traded him to Cleveland.
JaVale McGee.
That was my guy. Dude, he had the best blocks, dude. Y'all should have seen that, man.
He is so bad, like defensively, but you can facilitate the offense through him. You can knock down a jump shot. I guess you don't have to do as much as he would have to do in Toronto. So, get him for 2 years, play him, 15, 20 minutes a night, he'll be productive.
Yeah.
But he's a guy, you're going to embed him in the position of JaVale McGee. Now, JaVale McGee only averaged about 17 minutes a game. And you're asking a guy he's old. But this is a guy who has defensive prowess. This guy knows how to play defense. This guy was in the grindhouse, if you guys remember. He played with Zebo. He played with He knows how to play defense. Now, he's not a great body, but he's a body. I'm going to tell you why I think he was big. I only think they got this guy to guard Jokic.
Huh. That makes sense, actually. That's a good point.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I really think because they got into that AD, it was tough kind of for AD because I'm sorry, that's a big man. Jokic is a big boy. He got some meat on his bones. And you're not just going to push him around. I'm sorry, AD, you did get some weight on you. Got some muscle on you. But you're not gonna bully that boy around.
Nah,
Just like Gasol. Nobody's gonna push Gasol around. Yeah, he's old and brittle, but it's like Henry. You're gonna push Henry around? Nah. You're not gonna push Henry around. Henry's gonna look at you, Sam, and be like, boy, move. It's the same. I really think this was a strategic move just for Jokic. Okay, whatever. He doesn't do good for us in the regular season. But Rondo didn't really do that well for us in the regular season either. But he was amazing in the playoffs. So now we're just gonna discredit because he's old? Nah. I think he's a Jokic stopper or a Jokic body just to throw at him. I really think that's what we did for that play.
That makes plenty of sense. I'm gonna go over some other names with you. Wes Matthews.
Who?
Sexy pickup.
Who? Mr. Throw it off. Bing.
Bow and arrow.
Yeah, it was good. Nah, it was a good pickup though. But let me just say this one thing. Let's go to the comments because James he thinks the best pickup, and I think this was big too. Schroeder time. In this Schroeder, I mean that was big. That was huge. For y'all to pull that deal off, James, that's a good comment.
I want somebody in this chat to say that they expected that trade because I didn't.
No, I don't think anybody did. That came out of left field, and we're all like, what?
Bro.
But that was big. That was a good pickup. But Wes Matthews, I like it. I mean, he can shoot the three. You always need floor spacers. I mean, he still can shoot it. You know, decent. He's an okay defender. You know, so can't go wrong with that. You fill up every need, and this is what this league is about. You drive to the basket, right in the corner. If you can hit your threes, you're winning a lot of games. That's just how the league is gone now. And hey, Schroeder can shoot, Matthews can shoot, Kuzma could here and there, but he can knock it down. Give him that. AD can shoot, LeBron can shoot. I mean, they got a bunch of decent shooters on that team, so they're gonna be even more dangerous this year, man.
Do you
KCP.
think
KCP?
Ooh, KCP, boy. Woo. That's my man. Hey, he got my heart in that finals. I'm gonna ride that man till the wheels fall off. He was vital to that squad with his energy, his defense. He was pesky. He was annoying. It was getting annoying for me to watch him. I was like, damn, he is a gnat on everybody. Jesus. But I just wanted to talk about how our bench is gonna look. When we think about this, Schroeder averaged 18.9.
Yep.
Okay. Harrell 18.6. And Kuz averaged, as shitty as he was,
14,
12.8.
right? Okay.
12.8.
12.8. Taking that.
We're taking that off the bench. Now you got AD and LeBron running the ones. You got Schroeder and Harrell running the twos. This is a dream to me. This is a dream to me. I still don't believe it's real.
But depth on this roster allows LeBron and AD to perform their load management, which they're going to have to do early on in the season. So, I mean, they have loaded up. They got more shooting. It's hard to imagine who can take this team out because the shooting deficiencies last year, they got past them as far as the Heat were concerned. But this team is loaded. I love what they did in free agency.
I agree.
Me too.
Trying to go back to back.
I'll give you my number one free agency, but because of course I'm gonna be biased. But other than the Lakers, but I feel like the Lakers hit a home run, and Rob Pelinka just keeps pulling shit out of his pocket, man. It's unbelievable. I love what we did. Matthews, Schroeder. Do we get Jared Dudley for the vet man to kind of equal it out? Whatever. Yeah, just to fill up a roster spot. Maybe that's what we'll do.
He stole Melo's ring.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it go. Damn it. Come on. I wanted Melo to go there so bad. Like, come on, get Melo his ring, man. Get my guy his ring. Get him his ring, man.
I was not lying to you. I don't know what LeBron James is doing. Isn't this your boy?
Exactly.
If it's all my best friends are Miami Heat fans. But let me tell you, I'm gonna turn into a Heat fan if we go in there that day. You feel me? It's like that. You gotta go. You gotta help your boy. You gotta be with your boys. You gotta stick with your boys, no matter what. How are you not getting Melo some help to get on your squad? You're gonna tell me you wouldn't rather feel Melo in that vet mem than Jared Dudley? Come on, bro. Be real with yourself.
Damn.
It's an easy roster spot to fill, and you could have given it to Melo.
Man, I
He was
guarantee he
on
would have
the
taken it.
table.
Oh, he would have taken it. Oh yeah. Come on, it's not about the bread no more. You trying to win? It's
At
damn.
this point,
Yeah. But
But
and I love me some
I'm
Melo.
me too. That's,
but I'm glad he got a deal done so quick with Portland.
mm,
And Portland is another team I thought really did well in free agency.
yes.
They
Yes.
traded for
Mhm.
Covington. They brought back Rodney Hood. They brought
Enter back.
right. I got my list. They brought in Harry Giles.
Giles,
That's another
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring back.
Derrick Jones Jr.
Oh yes, adding him. What is his nickname? Airplane mode or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Shoot,
Don't
give
get
me a
Leon.
nickname like that.
Don't get Leon started about the dunk contest.
Here we go again.
No, I'm not going there.
You can see his face. He's like, shit.
Here we go again.
Four
Oh,
perfect
man.
to lose, but that's another story.
For another day.
They bring in Ennis Cantor. They could trade for him, bring him back. Portland just reloading that roster as well. Fitting Dame and CJ. There's a lot of talk during the offseason. They might trade CJ. Glad they kept him.
Definitely.
Keep you shooting around. Portland's gonna be real tough.
Mm-hmm.
Again. Yeah.
Again.
Yep.
I
I feel like they could have beaten the Lakers if the Lakers did not have AD. I feel like they had the squad that they could have probably taken
Oh,
the
definitely.
Lakers.
They would have gave him some trouble, definitely, and made it closer.
A lot closer.
Another team I thought I probably would have been the best one draft free agency. The Ice Storm in Atlanta. It's snow season.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Trade got some help.
He damn sure did.
Gallinari, Rondo, Bogdanovich. I mean, you look at that starting lineup and their rookies from the bench on last year.
And then they pick.
You can see a top 5 spot.
Mm-hmm. And then they pick a Kongu up too.
A Kongu? Oh my God.
It's getting real, man. Atlanta's they not playing. Trey was like, "Listen, give me some help," and they're like, "All right, we got you."
Their bench: Rondo, Herder, Dunn, Reddish, Hunter, Okongwu, Snell, Fernando. Be careful, Brooklyn, because they coming for your throat. They're coming for you. I picked these guys to be number 4 in the East this season. They're gonna skyrocket this season. I mean, it was hard to stop Trae Young as it was, and he didn't have barely anything.
Uh-huh.
Now you're gonna give this guy some options to kick out to guys who can knock down shots. It's just like LeBron James. Like I'm telling you, who can knock down shots, regardless what you got. You're gonna have a winning squad. Like you said, Gunsmoke. You gonna win games. You gonna win games.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
You're gonna win games. Hands down, you're gonna win games. They're gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's snow season out there. John Collins missing 25 games last year, killed them. They're one of the fastest teams in the league. They play no defense, but they will shoot the lights out, put up a $140, and see you later.
Yep.
Can you like what Atlanta did? Another guy, young guy, got his money. Christian Wood. He goes over to Houston. No, not Houston. He went to Houston, right?
Yeah, he went to Houston. Yeah.
Make me got a check. I was like, what?
He
got trade?
Yeah, he went to Houston. Detroit never. Yeah, remember Detroit signing like everybody named Mama. They pulled the Knicks. Every power forward. I'm like, what in the hell? Don't you got Blake Griffin? What the hell y'all doing? It wasn't us, so I was like, hey.
Right?
But yeah, damn shame. But yeah, oh man. But
yeah.
No, go ahead, Leo.
No, I was saying Detroit is pulling off like every big man in the league, Plumlee, Jeremy Grant, just throwing out money to people. I mean, they got a lot of young guys in that roster, but Detroit's not looking to really contend at this point now.
Yeah.
Probably looking for the future. Killian Hayes, they got Bay. So we'll see what happens in Detroit. I like um, what the Wizards did. Bertans got his money, 5 for 80.
Mm-hmm.
Big shooter. I thought the Knicks would have been on him, but I don't think they would have gone in at that price.
No.
Um,
Then they picked up what's his name? Denny Avija.
yeah,
So
drafted Avija. So they're long and lanky. They're going to be real tough to contend with, especially with Wall coming back if he's still around.
yeah, he's
If
staying
you
there. Ain't
play
nobody
more
taking
than
that
two
on.
games,
Ain't nobody taking that on. Ain't nobody taking that contract on.
nobody. Why do you think he's still there? And
Exactly.
that
They're like,
GM coming out saying, "We're not gonna trade John Wall." Boy, nobody wants John Wall. That's why
exactly.
nobody traded for him. Let's
Uh-huh.
be realistic.
Uh-huh.
But if John Wall can show out in the beginning of the season, you'll have a lot of suitors coming out saying, is he back?
Uh-huh.
Maybe I might try this guy. So that's why I'm so excited for the season. There are so many questions unanswered that I
Uh-huh.
just cannot wait. But I want to jump onto something. How do you guys feel? Because this is unprecedented that we just finished the championship and we're on the hinges less than a month to another season. Isn't
It's
that
wild.
crazy?
It's very crazy. It's wild, man. I'm just hoping it works out for the league, but I can see a lot of injuries because a lot of guys don't have a lot of time to recover. So we're gonna see a lot of players going down, a lot of, like Leon said, a lot of load management, and you have to do it because these guys are, they're so used to what is it? How many months they get off? What, 5, 6
2, 3 months.
months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Four
Yeah,
tops.
there you go.
So
Well,
depending on if you get eliminated early or not.
exactly. So with summer league and stuff like that, you have that little break. You see the guys chilling out watching the rookies. You don't have that. Now you got to get back in the game mode. And
That's another thing. That summer league. We don't got summer
yep,
league. We
yeah,
don't have those guys showing out for a contract.
uh-huh.
So many questions, man. So many questions.
I think the G League is going to be bigger than ever.
Oh, big time. Big time. That was my biggest question for the season. Are they going to do the G League? And nah, they can't. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I thought they was.
I have a crazy stat for you guys.
Uh-huh.
In the bubble, in that time frame, was the least amount of injuries ever recorded in an NBA season. Do you guys think that is accredited to them not having to travel so much from east to west, north and south? Do you guys think that was probably a big issue? Because that bubble worked for more than just COVID.
Mm-hmm.
There was very little injuries in that bubble.
I agree.
Nobody talked about
That's
that.
a good point. That is a real good point, actually. Just non-travel, staying in the same spot. You can keep yourself loose. You're not really resting, so you don't usually go down that route of getting injured. But yeah, they did a wonderful job of just keeping everything away.
What do you think about that, Leon? That there was very little injuries in that bubble.
I'm going to echo the same sentiment as Jacob. We talked a bit about it before as far as the non-travel, but also the idea that it was actually the best basketball we've seen in almost 15 to 20 years. Also the non-travel, the repetition. So in the routine, you're not going anywhere. Weight rooms nearby, no distractions, unless you will.
Lemon pepper.
These guys. How many game sevens did we have in that playoff? About
Oh my
5?
God, there was 5. I think.
5.
Mm-hmm.
The buzzer beaters. It just throughout. It delivered good basketball. Now, coming up for the next season, we always wondered, well, we're gonna have these guys travel. Now you have the Toronto Raptors playing in Tampa. We know why. Only venue you can have fans. So I wonder now the NFL going through their COVID, like I pray it'll work out, but I could see an instance where they might have to institute the bubble again.
Mm-hmm.
But now with every team involved, with Atlanta, the Knicks, A lot of these teams have 6, 7 months off, so they're dying to get back on the court.
Oh yeah. I think there should be 4 bubbles, if you ask me, to eliminate the travel and the need to go up and down. Put one on each corner, a bubble on each corner. You don't have to, travel all the way back. If you want family to come, because of course they could come if they isolate themselves. They don't have to travel so far. And with these restrictions with the planes, I mean, it makes travel so much easier. But I feel like this is going to be a very difficult season with all these injuries. I think there's going to be a lot of injuries this season.
I think
it saddens me.
Yeah, I think so too. The Clippers are one team that's heavy on load management. They brought in some players to try to replace Harrell. They brought in Ibaka. I mean, I was surprised it is a good move. It's a good replacement for Harrell. They brought back Marcus Morris, so he's a familiar face. I still think they are a point guard away. Pat Bev is not the guy that's going to get them to the next level.
I'm sorry, no, he's not.
You can't shoot. This Western Conference is full of shooters, and it's gonna leave Pat Bev open. It just doesn't work for me. I think they can make a trade. They're talking about trading Lou Will as it is to try to bring in a fresh culture with Ty Lue. Maybe they can get a point guard through them, but I have high hopes for the season, but I'm also realistic.
I thought the Clippers really messed up not re-signing JaMychal Green.
Yeah, I like that one.
I feel he only averaged 6.8 points, and he only averaged 6.8 points and 6.2 rebounds a game. Right? If you got this cat coming off the bench giving you those numbers, you know what I mean? This is a big help, and I thought that was a big loss for them because he gave them a little bit extra coming off of that bench because they're not that deep. So I feel like they kind of slept on it with that, but with Ibaka, I felt like they got better in replacement wise from Harrell to Ibaka to what they want to do. I feel like it's better because if you notice in the Clippers, a lot of the plays that they run, they kind of just eliminated and isolated Harrell, so he was just like a liability out there. He can't really shoot the rock that well, and he didn't really flow with their offense. I think the Clippers are going to be a tad bit better in regards to how their offensive output is going to be, but I don't know. I think that JaMychal Green was a big loss, and the big underrated loss. I'm just really talking about this cat. I feel like they should have re-signed him. What else do they got? Aren't they going to compete?
I think they have. I also think Doc Rivers was a big part of the problem with his minutes allocation. Zubac, when he's in there, gives you productive minutes, but he didn't give him enough minutes. Gave those minutes to Harrell, gave those minutes to Green, gave those minutes to Patrick Patterson. If they give more minutes to Zubac, they picked up Luke Kennard. The guy is a gunner. He was lost in Detroit. He replaced Shamet, who he didn't give him any minutes, and Shamet is a career 40% three-point shooter. Kennard can shoot the rock. I mean, he's a bit of a liability defensively, but give you depth off the bench, give more minutes to Zubac, and I think with the coaching change in the culture, they may be in a better position than they were last year.
Do you think they do better than they did last year?
No, the bottom of the West is much better than last year. You look at the Pelicans. You look, and they made some moves themselves. You look at the Suns. You look at the Blazers. They're not going to go with a slow start again.
The Grizzlies.
John Morant. They make a lot of moves. Jonas is a big body in there.
3J coming back?
Yeah. The bottom of the West is not – the Clippers can't pick up easy wins.
We didn't even say the Warriors. They weren't even in there. They were in the bottom of the barrel, 15-50 last year. There's a lot of teams. But that's why I'm so excited. You guys got to think about this. We should really try to focus not on who is going to be 7th and 8th. We need to focus on who's going to be 9 and 10.
Yeah, yep, because those playing games are back, so that's going to be off the wall.
Everybody's hating on this, but I love this.
I loved it. It was so fun to watch, man. It was great just to see Portland and Memphis going back and forth at it, man. And then Phoenix, it sucks. They won 8 straight, and Devin Booker was like, "Listen, you knew who he was, but he was like, I'm here." All right, that was awesome, man. And I definitely want to see that again. It's just going to get better.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. It provides more validity to the season. It makes those regular season games matter.
Mm-hmm.
You get 9 and 10. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, that veteran leadership, going to take them to the next level. They're already working out. DeAndre Ayton, Dario Saric is back. So yeah, that team, they're going to be
tough.
They're going to be ready.
Tough.
Man, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, I also like what Boston did to a certain extent. They bring in Tristan Thompson. They bring in Jeff Teague, some veteran guys. Jason Tatum got his money, 5 for $1.95. Well deserved. He showed out in the bubble. Showed he's a max guy. The next step for him is being able to close. Yes.
No, that's only if he gets All NBA now.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's only if he gets All NBA. Who's telling you this information? Check this out. He's only going to get $163 million all contract, full contract. Mm-hmm. But if in this next season, this is the question I wanted to ask you boys when I was telling you earlier, because this one's a mind boggler for me. He has to make All NBA to trigger the $30 million bonus that he'll get. Let's see. Who were the All NBA 4s last year? First team, Giannis and LeBron. Okay, Kawhi and Pascal Siakam, who balled out, and you had Tatum, who finally made his first All NBA, and you had Butler on third All NBA team. The names not on this list on that All NBA team who are coming back healthy this season. You still got to remember Paul George, Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo. I think OG Anunoby is going to fill in a role really well. He might hit that All-NBA 13. You don't know. We got Precious Achiuwa, who might be really good. You don't know. Yeah. He could be something. All these guys were not on All-NBA team. So Tatum has to outplay all these guys. The question is, do you guys think he can actually make an All-NBA team and trigger that $30 million plus?
Absolutely. He has the skill to do it. I believe in that kid. I think he can do it, man. I mean, like I said, you saw we did it in the bubble. He'll continue it. It's doable. You never say never.
I think the only competition he might have is from Durant, but I'm not sure if Durant will play enough minutes to really to overtake him. I mean, Durant just might take it on name recognition alone, but Tatum, I thought, elevated his game from the regular season and then into the bubble. You saw what he did in the playoffs. All he has to do is figure out how to close these games. Depending on what Donovan Mitchell, what they list him as, he could take a spot. But I think Tatum triggers that
30.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. He's a block away from maybe going to the final. In that first game.
Oh, yeah.
By a block. I mean, I'll bend your wrist back, but you ain't going to block it. He blocked it. That was Tatum dunking that down on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does get it. I think he can trigger it. And I think he'll actually be second team this year.
I can see that.
Gordon's gone. Hayward's gone. You don't have to worry about having that thing in the back of – you know, you guys play basketball. I play basketball with real good shooters, and you don't feed them that rock, they start getting antsy, and it's not fun. That in the back of his head gone, I feel like he's really going to come into his own, just like how Leon said to piggyback off what he said. He played exceptional in the regular season, and he just played phenomenal in the playoffs in that bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think now with that out of the way, that issue with Gordon Hayward, I think he's this, and Jaylen Brown too. These two guys are gonna dog people this
Oh
year.
yeah.
Be careful with the Celtics. Don't think that they're not taking a back seat this year. So
No.
Leon,
What's up?
I have a question for you about KD. With all of this happening with Clay, this random injury in practice, damn, another injury. Do you think they're really gonna load manage on him? Scared that the same thing might happen to him that happened with Clay, trying to bring him back? Do you think they're gonna like super load manage him? How do you think this is gonna play out with KD? Because you had brought that up earlier right now, and it just I want to know what you think about that.
I think they will, to a certain extent. I don't think they'll play him on back-to-backs. I also think that the Nets are much deeper than what the Warriors were. So, they could rest Kyrie one day, rest KD another day. They have Joe Harris, who I'm glad they brought back. They needed to bring back. He was instrumental to their success. That number one priority. I'm glad they got that done. But the rest of the team, you saw what they did in the bubble with Levert, Dinwiddie, Jared Allen. They got DeAndre Jordan coming back. If Taurean Prince can knock down a damn shot, he'll be decent. The team is deep. Durant, he's waited a year and a half to come back. I'm sure he has a little bit more pull than what other players would. But I also think that the Nets are looking long-term as well. I don't think it'll be like minutes heavy early on.
So yeah, got a 3-year window. That's after that, yeah. It's gonna be real interesting. That's a team you gotta watch in the East because, like I said, on a previous podcast, everybody says the Bucks, but I'm like, listen, when the Nets come back, let's not act like they're not gonna be a problem. And, the Bucks, they got a little bit better. I'll give them that. But will, Mr. MVP, Giannis, will he actually step it up and actually learn how to hit shots when they count and not, running down the damn court and bowling over people when they wall up against him? And that's why they lost. And everything fell on his shoulders. You can talk about his teammates, but it was him. He made a lot of errors at the end of games that just superstars just can't make. You can't.
I can't put the blame all on Giannis, though. We cannot put the blame all on Giannis. You got to put the blame on Mike Budenholzer as well. With some of those big calls that he was making down the stretch, I'm sorry. Giannis did mess up so many plays. He turned the ball over way too many times. You got to realize this as a basketball player. If one thing's not working, you got to do something else to help your team.
Absolutely.
You got to do something else. Not shooting the rock well? Okay, maybe let me box out, body rebound instead of swinging here and there, pin down. Let me do something to help my team. Giannis didn't do that. But as a coach, you need to go and tell your star player without any fear, hey, bud, this is not working out right now. Let's try a different direction and ease you back into the game. Doesn't mean you're not going to get the ball at the end of the game. It's just let's give them a different look. Because now with this defense getting a different look, now they're going to kind of forget about Giannis for that small second. And Giannis only needs a second to get past you. He's got 11-foot arms. Hello? Hello? But Mike Budenholzer has to get some of the blame here, guys. He has to get some of the blame here. He has to. He's the coach.
Absolutely.
He's the coach.
I agree with that to the point where Giannis didn't have the minutes. He didn't play him enough minutes. But I also think that the point guard position was a major, major battle for them. When they lost out on Brogdon, they put in Bledsoe. It didn't work out. They tried all these other guys. The point guard position, they needed a guy who could shoot. It didn't work out. That's why the Holiday trade was so big. Great two-way defender. You know what Chris Middleton is. And if you ever doubted why Chris Middleton had a max contract, you saw it game 4.
For sure. He balled out. I actually think that the Bucks lost their chances at a title because they got rid of Brogdon.
Yep. Yep.
I
We
feel like the
definitely
moment they
said
got rid
that.
of Brogdon, they gave up their chances of winning a title because they gave up so many dimensions for their offense in one player.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw that in the playoffs. They needed that.
Bledsoe.
Oh yeah.
They needed somebody
Bledsoe
to
was
facilitate that ball,
bad.
man.
It's so horrible. But yeah, I did not understand with them letting Brogdon go. I mean, he was so good on both sides of the floor.
Man,
I just
peanuts, bro. You don't
crazy.
let nobody walk, bro.
Never.
Just like Hayward. That's why with the Celtics, okay, whatever. Sign him, trade him. You
Mhm.
don't let this guy walk, bro.
For
You
nothing.
just don't let him walk. You just
Nothing.
can't. You can't. You
Man.
just can't. You can't let these guys walk anymore. You just can't, because it. You can see how far it takes back your franchise. It just.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, the Bucks had that title that year. Had they not got rid of Brogdon, they were formidable.
Hmm.
But hey, I'm not in that organization. So hey, what can I do? I can only speculate here with you guys like this, and it's
Uh-huh.
fun doing it. So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh man, it's fun doing it too. Now a lot of the guys you talk about, staying, keeping their guys, staying home. We saw a lot of max deals come out. Brandon Ingram,
Mm,
Jason Tatum, Bam
yeah,
Adebayo, Donovan Mitchell, DeAndre
Yeah.
Fox.
Oh yeah.
Those guys got paid. They're staying home. What's your thoughts on those?
go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, Jake. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know what signing the max to see my team sign a max deal. We just trade them motherfuckers before they even really get good. But no, Fox was big. You know, they had to keep their lead guy. You've seen what that kid has gotten better and better every year. Just a
Ooh,
blur on the
every year
court.
getting better
Love
and
watching
shooting
him
better
play.
every year.
Oh yeah, I mean, just love watching him play. His jumper got a little bit better. Um, with who else? Bam Adebayo. What can you say about that guy? I mean, he win their most improved player? No, no, no. He won. Ingram won most improved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Bam had he had a big shot, but he did a great job this year, just balling out in the bubble. You saw the skill, the heat. They know what they're doing when it comes to drafting and developing, and you saw it in him. He deserved that. Tatum deserved it. All these guys deserved it. I mean, but with Fox, I really think they should try to mend that relationship with Buddy Hield because I think he would be huge for that team.
I agree.
They have to
Mhm.
figure that out because Fox and Hield is a nice backcourt tandem, and they really can't let that go. They just can't.
You can't let any in this league. You cannot
Uh-huh.
let anybody leave that can shoot the basketball.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Anybody can dribble. You, me, and Leon can go dribble up the court. Not everybody can put the ball in the basket.
Exactly. Oh man.
And and
They're wild.
Buddy does it at a high clip. 3-point champ uh, shootout last year. Luke Walton got to figure something out. You can't demolish two franchises.
Or oh man, but Bi, Brandon Ingram, what he was about, most improved player. Dude was ball the first soon as he got his minutes finally. He got out of LA. He was kind of overshadowed there. He couldn't find his way. He got to his own team, 20 per 25 and 5 pretty much. And look at the Pelicans now. They got their. I don't know if they're gonna keep Lonzo around, but you got Zion, you got Bi, you got Hayes. I mean, who else they got a center now? I know they got
Steven
another big
Adams.
guy. There you go. They got Steven Adams. I mean, the
Signed him
Pelicans.
2 years.
Yeah, the Pelicans is gonna be. That's what they needed. They needed that good interior presence with their young guys to grow. I want to see that pick and roll with him and Lonzo. And plus, let's not forget they actually drafted. Come on, what's that kid's name? The point guard.
For the Pelicans.
Um,
Oh,
Oh my
what's his
God.
name?
Oh
The
my
first
God.
round, right?
No, 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 no. Oh my God. It's driving me crazy.
but
Oh
like,
man.
imagine those screens that Zion and Steven Adams are setting.
Oh
JJ
my
Redick is there.
God.
Woo.
I mean, those guys. Pelicans play fast. Stan Van Gundy is there. He's a good teacher.
Very good coach.
Knows how to work with talent. So, and like we said before, that 9-10 spot,
Hmm.
Pelicans You know, he went in the bubble, had a chance for the 8th spot. Zion couldn't keep his weight in check. Cost Alvin Gentry his job, so he's waiting in the wings in Sacramento. Because Luke Warren's bound to fuck that up.
He's done it here.
Yeah.
He's
Kyra
done it.
Lewis.
That's why I was like,
There you go. But Kyra Lewis Jr., that's who they drafted. That's another blow on the court. There you go.
there you go.
But that's gonna be another big part because when Lonzo goes, you know, Kyra can run it, and he's pretty fast. I mean, and that's exactly what that team is gonna do. They're gonna run you to death, and good luck stopping them, man.
Hey, I have some stats for y'all because we were talking about the. I was writing down the stats, and I was just looking, and I was just comparing their numbers because we're talking about the rookie extensions, right? And there's really one 2017 rookie that hasn't gotten their extension. You guys know who that is, right?
That is.
He plays for us. I'll help you there.
Kuzma.
Not Caruso. Caruso?
Kuzma.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kuzma.
Well,
check these stats out, boys. Donovan Mitchell. Did he just get paid? Yeah, he just got paid. Career points, 5,100. Not bad. He was 13th that year. Jason Tatum also got drafted right now. Got his extension right now. 3,902 points since. He was drafted 3rd. Kyle Kuzma, 3,332. He's picked 27th. I didn't even know this either. And De'Aaron Fox, you want to know how many points he scored? 3,320. 5th drafted. So Kuzma can score the rock.
Oh, absolutely.
But I wouldn't give him the extension.
Nah, he's not getting it.
I'm sorry. I felt that when we made that trade, I wanted Kuzma to be in there, and I wanted to keep BI because I knew BI was that dude. And BI is going to be that dude this year. I'm sorry. Barring injury, you put, like you guys said, you're putting this guy with 2 great screeners and rollers. And Steven Adams knows how to screen and roll. He's played with Russell Westbrook. I mean, he's played with superstars. So they're going to be – I just can't wait for the NBA season. Can we just start it already?
They're going to be so fun.
Can we just start it already, or what's going on here?
I don't know. I just know Kuzma is crying in the corner watching walk away. I mean, I'd cry too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Damn right, man.
But you know what? I'll tell you this. Had he played just as good as KCP in the finals, he would have got that extension right now. Would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely extend that rookie deal. Wouldn't get a max, but he would have got paid. He would have got paid. Probably along the Levert line.
Messed his chances up.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it can do that to people.
For sure.
I'm glad Mitchell got his money. I think he went to another level in the bubble as well. You saw what he did in the shootout with Jamal Murray.
Yeah,
that
was great.
They were so close to taking that series. Conley in and out, but I'm glad Mitchell got paid. You know, Utah finally keeping one right. So
that's shocking.
How long did it take him, guys? How many years? Jesus Christ.
It is.
Right in front of you, dude. Like, I don't get it. That's why I was most surprised with the Suns because they're doing things right and they never do things right.
Absolutely. As soon as they got a chance to lock Booker up, they said, "Yep."
Which brings me to this question. So you're the Lakers. You're bound to repeat. Who's the one team that scares you for the upcoming season?
The one team that scares me, that puts my knees shaking, the goddamn Dallas Mavericks. I'm terrified of them boys. I don't care what you say. Them boys are scary. You got Luka. They kind of retooled there. They lost some shooters there, but I am terrified of what might happen if KP can actually stay healthy and assist this young man for once in his life can stay healthy. Because Luka is the truth. He's the new truth. Forget about that. You come in your rookie season, tore the league up, and you come do it again? Come on, let's do it again. They were 43. Let's see. I'm looking at their numbers now. They were 43 and 32. At home, they were okay. They were better on the road. In their division, they were 10-4. Their conference was 27 and 20. They averaged 117 a game, and their opponents only averaged 112, a plus minus of 4 or 5 points around there. These guys are scaring me. I think they scare me more than the Nuggets for the reason why I think we finally got our stopper. You know, something I bet nobody's told you that. I'm telling you, he's gonna be a Jokic stopper for us. The Nuggets, whatever. Houston, I don't know if we're gonna put them up there. What are they gonna do? If they keep both of them, then yeah, they're still gonna be difficult. You got 2 superstars in there. The Thunder regressed. They're probably gonna be one of those teams on the outside looking in. So that means that's an extra spot. Which spots? Who's gonna take it? The Warriors, Wolves, Pelicans, Kings. So many teams. The Jazz, they couldn't get past the Nuggets. You know, I'm not gonna say that they couldn't. They could have, but they had difficulty against the Nuggets. They're not gonna beat us. We're better than they were. We were better than we were last year. And then we got the Blazers. They can scare me too because these guys are unpredictable. You give me a team that could shoot the ball at any point in the game, that's scary to me. As you can see, Lillard kind of kept them in the game, every game, until it was just too much. AD is just too much. LeBron was just too much. And then I got the Clippers, who I don't ever think they're relevant. So let's not even talk about their trash. And I don't think they're gonna get better. Leon, you said, they were 49 and 23. They're not doing that this year. They're not doing that this year.
No. A full season of Nurkic is gonna just counteract all of that.
Yep, pretty much.
But I do agree with they do need to give Zubac the keys.
Yep.
They do need to give him the keys. Because I loved him when he was with us. But there was just really no real opportunity to play a lot of minutes. But with LA, with LA, he's got so much time, and they've moved pieces to give him that spot. So you gotta give this cat a chance. I think he'll do really well. I think you hit it on the head with that guy because he's gonna do well. He's gonna have the minutes now. So let's see if he can back up your words, Leon. Let's see if he can do it.
I mean, I hope so. Look at some big guys who found some teams. DeMarcus Cousins in Houston, and just today we found out that Hassan Whiteside on the Kings. You know, Hassan,
correct.
Contract year. That's the only time he plays.
Yep, back to Sacramento. Well,
So
yeah, I didn't get that, but
it's sad.
Yeah, you're right. I think Toronto would have been a good look for him, but go ahead,
yep.
Jake.
Nah, yeah, that's definitely it, man. That's what I thought. Toronto, you losing Marc Gasol, has somebody there with Siakam to kind of clog up the middle, and maybe that's the only team I called them. I don't know. I really don't. I don't get it. But hey, Sacramento, maybe they could make a little run, with their team if they don't trade Hield. You lost Bogdan, so I don't, like you said, Luke Walton's kind of running that team into the fucking ground, and
como siempre, like always. Like always.
I mean, he is just like, what are you doing, dude? I mean, they had a nice foundation. That's you need. But now they drafted Halliburton. Okay, let's see what he does. Good 3-and-D player along with Fox. But other than that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that Halliburton on that wing, boy. Woo!
Yeah.
He's gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be a great defender.
Absolutely.
He'll be a great defender.
Absolutely.
Another team that really surprised me with their roster moves, they're really low-key, really good, the 76ers.
Yes.
They retooled that team, added some shooters. Danny Green passed around, finally found Sixers. Dwight Howard is a big body they're going to need in the Eastern Conference.
And let's see. What they
Steph
do
Curry.
That too. And what else did they do? They got rid of Al Horford. They came off that dude finally, and I'm just like, geez, You motherfuckers finally got it right. Like, what were you doing? Like that was just to keep him away from Boston. That's what that
Mhm.
was. And it was
Oh,
nothing.
That's all that was.
That was that play, and it backfired hard because he did not fit at all. But 76ers, yeah, they're going to be real interesting just to see if Ben Simmons. I want to see a full season. It's like, can we get a full season of Embiid and Simmons? I mean, come on now. My guy, Shake Milton. I was like, oh, man. Love to see
yo,
that kid ball, man. Shake
Hmm.
doing his thing. Of course, my man, Mellow Light, always calling that Tobias Harris. I mean, they got a nice little squad that can do something, man. It was, hey, they could have went to the finals one year. That bounce, that Kawhi bounce, man. I know Sandra still
that was
kind
the
of,
best. That was the best team.
yeah,
I
man,
still think. I think
that
they
was
win
so
the
great.
finals if they get there.
I definitely I can agree with that one. But I want to see Embiid unlocked. I want to see what Rivers is going to do with him and Simmons, and they're going to be a team to watch.
What you? What percentages you consider? You think you'll repeat?
Us? I would have to say probably 85%.
Okay.
Because honestly, in the NBA, there is literally nothing 100%, man. We've seen it year after year, uh, barring knowing the Warriors are going to take it in the Lakers. When it's open. And yes, I understand the Lakers killed free agency and we retooled and we have machine gun bullets for everyone.
hmm
There's so many good teams in this league, guys. Like I can't take out the I can't look, I'm just gonna come back here. I can't count like I said, I can't count out the Mavericks because again, you got a guy who can play make and get everybody involved. That's dangerous.
hmm
We got the Bucks coming back this season. I mean, they're off the hinges of getting their hearts broken. They're gonna want to come back with some vengeance as well. I would feel. You got the Celtics hearts who were broken as well, who retooled as well. You got
hmm
Brooklyn off the hinges of okay, KD, you healthy, you ready? Let's do this. What we got you for. Let's see what you got, baby. Bring Brooklyn to its glory. Can he do it? I mean, so many teams. You got the Hawks who were 20-47, who look like they're going to be 47-20 this season.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
85%, I'll say I have confidence. But every game I feel like we're going to win because I always go for my team. You feel me? I always go for my team. So in
Absolutely.
reality, biased, 100%, man. Let's go, baby. But
Yo,
realistic,
I love that confidence, man.
That's
85%, around 85%. I think we got this in the bag, barring injuries. Um, too many questions to answer when you play the Lakers. Too many questions you have to answer to play the Lakers. Can you guard up high? Can you switch everything? Can you guard down low? Can you rebound? Is your transition defense good enough to stop? Because LeBron James get that ball, woo, you're done. That ball's
uh-huh.
already at the other side of the basket. You have no chance. Do you have the defense to supplant, to put players in the position to defend all this? I don't know if they can 7-game series. You can beat these guys 4 times.
hmm
Very hard.
Yeah, it's asking a lot, and we'll see how this plays out. I'm real excited for the season to start. Really jack things up, and Christmas time is usually best time for the NBA, and
Yep.
I'm here for it.
Yes, sir.
And Jacob, how do you feel about how the Knicks performed in free agency here?
This is the first time in a long time that I actually agree with their moves. That they really acted like a competent franchise. I was shocked. I mean, it's almost blasphemous. I mean, this is crazy. I'm watching this stuff happen. I'm going, wait, that makes sense. And a lot of Knicks fans, oh, I don't like Alfred Payton. The dude averaged 10 and 5. I mean, there's no star point guard coming out there. We're not getting it. You got to build the team right. And as you know, I've been saying this from God knows how long. Build through the draft. Do it right. I mean, granted, we missed some, we lose some, but hey, this draft, everything went right. Obi fell into I thought we was getting Halliburton. I didn't even think about. I'm like, oh, he's not falling. And then as we watched the draft, we're like, wait, Chicago didn't pick him. Wait, he went by Cleveland. Oh, we might actually get him. And then you pick up a kid like quickly. He can shoot. The Knicks actually they're in the now. They actually figured it out. You have to shoot the ball to win the game. Austin Rivers, he can shoot the ball. He shoots at a 37 clip from three. You got him, Alec Burks. I love that deal. That guy's a professional. I mean, a pros pro. Leader. He can shoot. I mean, Noel, I like that to give Mitch, some time to kind of, because he's gonna be getting in foul trouble. If you watch the Knicks games, he's gonna be getting into foul trouble because he cannot stay on his. Just no, it never happens. But like I said, Peyton, but they gotta move Randall. That's my biggest thing. Randall, DSJ, they gotta go. The log jam you have, I want to see more. And this might be a hot take. Start Frank Ntilikina. Start the guy. He's your best defender. And plus, you know how Tibbs get down when it comes to defense. You play defense, you're gonna play. And I think they should.
Agreed.
You gotta play him. You gotta play him. He's 22. Play him.
Why'd you
Obi,
draft him?
RJ, Phil, whatever. I still have my reservations about the whole. I wanted Mitchell, and I'm not letting that ever go. And I gotta watch him sign.
No, you should you ever.
That shit hurt. I mean, I was Mitchell right there. Frank Ntilikina for what? Who? Frank Ntilikina? What? Excuse me? I was pretty mad. I'm not even lying. Like I said, the kid, he tries hard. He plays defense, which a lot of players don't play on-ball defense like he does, and he's a valuable asset to the team. And they got this little report going around that the Knicks might take on Nicholas Batum's contract, which, hey, if you give us more picks for it, they're trying to go the Thunder route. We'll take a contract on. We'll get some more draft picks. Do it. Batum, maybe he still has something left in the tank, but he's an expiring contract, so you never know. But Leon Rose and company, they're doing their thing. They got like a mini Tibbs over there, and one of the coaches they just hired, and they're doing things the right way, which I'm fine with. It might take a few years, and Knicks fans stop with the Cade Cunningham talk, stop with the tank it. It's a lottery, and it didn't work out for us for the past 5 years. Just stop. just win games, and I'll be happy. I don't care. This is how the Nets. This is why I give their rival. I'm not the biggest net. I'm not a net guy. I'll talk so much shit about them, but they did it the right way. They went from 10 wins, and I was ragging on Leon when they gave up Damian Lillard. I will forever rag on you for that one. They gave up that pretty much Tatum was their pick. Lillard was their pick, but they took their hits with that 10-win season, and they got LeVert, who I love that kid coming out of college. Jared Allen late first. I mean, just corner store, Spencer Dinwiddie, from the Pistons. He never got a chance there. The Nets, he got a chance to ball out. And now look at it now. They got KD and Kyrie to come there, and they built something. They built a culture, Granted, I wanted to see Kenny Atkinson do that there. But Steve Nash, they got Amari. They hired quite a crew. And now it's everything's coming to fruition. Like I said, 3 or 4 year window for you guys. Can you do it? That's another unanswered question. I would love to see the Nets and the Lakers in the finals. That shit would be live.
Live,
what? KD, AD, LeBron, Kyrie. What? Ratings? Absolutely. As a basketball fan,
yeah.
Give me that.
Give me anything New York, LA. I'm game.
Barbecue chicken.
Or should I say Brooklyn? I can't say New York for Leon.
Yeah, you got Brooklyn. Yeah.
I actually had a question for you because you were talking about Batum, but to my recollection, when Batum got his contract, he played worse.
Yeah.
It's like he regressed. Like he's like, okay, whatever, I got my money.
I don't know what the hell happened. But like I said, he was. Yeah, he was. Like I said, if you giving up playing, but it depends who they attach. Yeah. Okay. It depends who you attach with. I don't want him by himself because if you're doing a team a favor, you got to get draft picks, maybe a Terry Rozier or something like that, and you got to get some. I like Terry Rozier too, but Randall, but he got to go. Like I saw a projected lineup of Mitch, Randall, freaking Toppin, RJ, and I'm like, wait a minute, what? No. What are you doing? Just Randall. I love Randall to death. Even though him and his spin cycle, I couldn't stand that. But the dude played hard. He reminds me. It's just exact same as you know. I mean, you saw, but
hello. And to the left side again, it's like,
dude, what do you do? And then,
You got
oh
two
man,
arms, dog. You got two arms, dog.
then shooting just threes that you know damn well you can't hit. I just no, he got to go. Let Obi rock at power forward. RJ play the three maybe, and then figure out the lineup from there. Also, Marcus, Powell from Seton Hall. They man, the Knicks are coming with it. Jared Harper, played at Auburn. He showed out in the tournament. I mean, they really did things right, and I'm actually happy. But I can't get happy until about 3 or 4 years down the line because I got happy about KP. You see what happened?
Oh, that's true.
I got railroaded at work.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought everybody was lying. I get Leon, and I get Joey. Oh, Jake, KP got traded. No, man, stop playing with me. Get on. Yes, KP got traded for Dennis Smith. What the hell is going on? Like, excuse me? Nah, we can't have this. We can't. But now, KP, I don't want to see him get hurt anymore. Like I said, I'm not one to wish injuries, but hey,
Of course.
maybe we dodged the bullet. And like I said, we got 2 picks in the first round. We got another year to try to build. Just build it the right way, Leon. Rose, that is.
That's it. My question is, would you rather put? So if you got rid of Randall, who would you put in the spot? Would you put Obi in there or who else?
Absolutely. I'll put Obi at the power forward spot and to move up. And then basically, maybe you can put. Yeah, I just don't like that Randall. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I just thought I'd rather have Obi play his more natural position. I don't and let RJ rock at the three because he's more of a three. And then
I agree with that.
maybe you can put a Burks in there, or Austin Rivers can always play the 2 guard 2 coming out the base. So there's so many ways you can go. That's why it's going to be interesting to see how they do the rotations, how Tibbs rolls with it. Like Frank, he can guard the 1 through 4 because his length. He actually put the clamps on Luca, and that
Yeah,
surprised the hell out of me. I was like,
yeah.
whoa. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Frank, that's all world right there. And he tried to dunk on KP. That's what he want me. He tried to ram on KP. I'd have been all over KP's freaking Twitter, his Instagram with that picture. I mean, he would have had to block me. It wouldn't have stopped.
Ooh.
But yeah, they're doing some things right, man. I'll take it. I'll take it. Slowly but surely.
Hey, we've all been there. You saw me over there.
Yeah.
It took the Lakers some time after Kobe's gone. It was just a downward spiral.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Brooklyn Nets right now. The same thing. 10
Mm-hmm.
wins, and then a few years later you get KD and Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say 85% because you just never know in the NBA, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love this sport. That's why I love this game. That's why I follow it so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's just so much that can happen. So much that can
Absolutely.
happen.
Absolutely.
You asked me, Leon, what's your percentage of winning the championship this year? Because you said you're gonna face us in the finals. What's up? What's up, boy? Where you at?
If the team is currently constructed,
Mm-hmm.
I actually like it at 90.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
I like it at 90. If you get a motivated DeAndre Jordan, that's the difference. I know what Jared Allen is. I know what Dinwiddie is. I know what LeVert is. DeAndre Jordan has to move his feet on defense. He's the one person who scares me. If he doesn't move his feet on defense, I know the Nets will shoot the lights out. They just have to make an effort on the defensive end, and I know what Jared Allen is there.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no stopping this team. If they get Harden, however, I think it decreases to 80%, only because they don't have the depth to keep up with the rest of the league, no matter how much firepower they have. Harden is a beast, but it's asking a lot with Durant and Kyrie to share the ball with Harden, and he's going to get his free throws. He's going to score his points, but Kyrie and KD will work well as a pick and roll type. Once Harden gets the ball, it's just standing around, and I don't want Durant and Kyrie as catch and shoot guys. It doesn't work for me. They'll score, but
like that either. I don't like that either. I really don't like that either because you you really haven't given the Nets an opportunity to see Kyrie and KD really do it together. Like, you got to give guys the opportunity to do it together before you go out with this crazy trade and you get rid of, like you said, all your depth, because that depth is going to be essential when you hit that playoff run. You know, guys going to be a little bit more tired. Lineups are going to close down a little bit more, and you got to make your way in that lineup. And the Nets have a solid lineup up and down on paper. So if they told me right now, you guys told me right now it's going to be the Nets and the Lakers, I said, oh, we're going 7. We probably going 7.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We probably going 7 here. This is just a
Absolutely.
phenomenal. They have a phenomenal lineup as well. But I would not break up the Nets at all for nothing. You give me 30 draft picks, hell no. Because you know what? I might get those 30 draft picks, but I might not ever get a shot at getting the title. And to me, the Nets have a wonderful opportunity to get this title. Like I already told you guys the board of who is in the Eastern Conference. It is open for them. It's for the taking. To me, the Bucks don't convince me anymore. Like I said, Brogdon's gone. They don't convince me anymore. And I feel like the Nets and the Celtics are gonna be that Eastern Conference Finals. That's my Eastern Conference Finals matchup. They're on a
I'm
collision.
gonna write that down. Nets, Celtics. I wrote it down.
Yeah. Because I really think that I think the Nets can do it.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they can do it. I hope they stay healthy, man. I hope KD balls out, because that to me is one of my favorite players to watch, man. Every time I play 2K, my jump shot is KD. Like, that's my guy. I love KD. So when I saw him get hurt in the finals, I was like, not like that. Come on,
Yeah,
Lord, not like
that's
that, man. Don't do that, man, like that.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you, Leon. I really am, bro. I really am. Finally get to see
From your
KD to
lips,
your roster.
man.
Licking
From your
those
lips to
chops,
God's
boy.
ears, man. I'm ready for it. Just like I'm ready for Thanksgiving dinner. Gonna have tomorrow.
Sure.
As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna make some macaroni tonight. Maybe get some sweet potato pie in. What's on your guys' menu?
You know, we're gonna get the stuffing, macaroni and cheese. You know, the rice and beans. You got to do it. Um, you know, maybe we might do the sweet potato, but I don't know. Depends. I might sleep a good portion of the day. I'm under the weather, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Other than that, just normal stuff. Turkey. Just I'm gonna have the itis. Just know that the itis is coming.
Sure.
I'm gonna see that Detroit Lion game. I'm gonna
Shit.
I mean, Leon gonna be drinking before halftime.
After one drive, I already know what's happening.
Boy, for real.
Oh man, but
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be good though.
Boys, sweet potato pie or pumpkin pie?
Sweet
You
potato.
only get one pick.
Sweet potato. It's not close. I
shit.
I can't mess with pumpkin pie. When somebody was like, "Oh, it's the same thing," I'm like, "The hell it ain't." Have you tasted my grandfather's sweet potato pie? It ain't close.
That ain't fair. Not everybody got your grandpa, though.
Leon knows.
That's not fair. You're like saying, my grandma made the best pumpkin pie. It's like, all right, let's get a contest. Grandma, let's get it. Let's see who's better. Championship pie plates. Who wins?
Oh man,
We all win, actually, right there. We all win, right there.
I know, right?
Shoot.
We all win. Gain some weight. Get out
Yeah,
bellies
man.
filled.
Some?
Give a lot.
Yeah, man. We definitely all win, and you know it's been a real fun evening. I like to thank you, Ray, for coming on this evening. Really bringing a lot of insight, a lot of energy. Love what you bringing into the groups. Lakers, Dodgers, you got the whole thing going, man. Really appreciate you coming on, sharing your time with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I just want to say thank you to you guys for allowing me to share your platform and to just give a little bit of insight of something that I love, something that we share together that we love, and everybody watching that they love as well. And I'm just happy just to speculate and talk all this smack with you guys. And I thank Jay, I thank Leon for the time. I appreciate it. I really do. Till next time. LA all day, baby.
Oh
Oh
man,
man,
it,
oh
it's
man.
been it's been real. You know, we're tomorrow Thanksgiving. We're gonna take 2 weeks off. We're gonna catch our next episode in 2 weeks. You know, it's the life group difference. We like to bring the members on, really share their ideas, and get their voices heard. And this is what it's all about. And speaking of voices heard, you can catch the Audible Friday afternoons. They won't be on this Friday, but you're usually on Friday afternoons. Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. That's Donk City. Monday nights at 7 p.m. And at Total Bases over on Baseball Life. Sunday mornings, 11 a.m. Catch that by subscribing to the YouTube channel, Life Group Podcast, or catching Anchor, Apple, or Spotify by subscribing to the Life Group Podcast Network. But it's been real, and happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Thank you. Same to
You
you.
guys have any? Oh, no doubt, man. You guys have any parting words for the audience?
Just thank you for coming on, Ray. Like your knowledge is there, it's on point. I love speaking to another NBA fan that shares the same love we do. Love having you guys come on. Celebrate your chip, man. You both your chips. LA, did your thing this year. City of Champions. Also, like Leon says, subscribe to the other guys. Watch the other podcasts. We bust ass every time we come on the camera for you guys. We always love participation. Just keep it up. We appreciate it, and give thanks. We're healthy. We living. Hey, never take it for granted.
That's right. It's here one day and it's gone the next day.
Hmm.
And a lot of that times, it's our grandparents. Thanksgiving is a time for everybody to really hone down and buckle down onto what's really important in this life, in
Hmm.
life in general. And it's your family and being together and sharing moments and memories. It's not always about being on the electronics, even though we are on an electronic device. But
Hmm.
let's put it down on Thanksgiving. Let's spend time with our family. This COVID has given everybody a chance to really get together. So let's just do it one more time in Thanksgiving because we don't know when the next time is. And again, I appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. This was so fun.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank
Definitely
you,
fun.
man. And so until our next episode, 2 weeks. Ball out, everybody.
Yes, sir.